listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hello, every worthy, unique, beautiful body out there. Welcome to another Tuesday night edition with me, Carmen Renee, aka Eat the Cake 2.
And me, Deanna at Deanna Bomchica.
And together we are the Plus Size Divas. So happy to have you all here. If you're not following us on all platforms, you should be. Eat the Cake 2 on Twitter, IG, and Facebook.
At Deanna Bomchica.
On everything. And we are two Plus Size Divas on Instagram and Twitter.
Right.
And the Plus Size Divas on Facebook.
And YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes, I almost forgot.
Because these episodes go up every single Wednesday, so you can check us out on all these different places. You don't want to miss it.
Except for last Wednesday, because someone thought it was her birthday and could slack.
It was my birthday and I did slack, and it was so much fun.
Deanna, let's talk about our amazing sponsor, please.
Yes. So our sponsor this week, you guys, listen, I turned 45, not embarrassed to say it, on Wednesday. Alex is like, girl, go ahead. And I have to tell you that our sponsor this week is Chris Larrigan. She's a rep for Nerium, and I've been using this stuff since she sent it to us. She sent us this incredible free little thing so we could try it out and really know what we were talking about. And you guys, I have to say something, in a week, my skin feels smoother. It looks smoother. When I put the stuff on, the lines smooth out, the lines that are there, which there's not a lot. Just kidding.
All right, how can we find her?
Listen, you can find her by, I know this, I know all of this, cjlar042@gmail.com. Hit her up. I'm actually going to have her exact link, her website, that you guys, by the end, that you guys can go and click on her website. I'll give you that. It's also on all our social media
posts. We'll put it on the YouTube too.
It's on the YouTube too. But you guys, these products are pretty amazing for the anti-aging thing. People like me.
This is great. This the illuminating boost. That's my favorite for sure.
Yeah, and then she sent us the day and night cream for it's just awesome. It's natural, really awesome. And I have to tell you, in the week that I've been using it, I feel really great. So I'm looking forward to week 2 with Nerium.
Yay. Thank you to our wonderful sponsor. We love and appreciate you. All right, let's get to our guests of honor. Okay, I'm seriously really trying not to fan. I've been a huge fan for a very long time, so it's really an honor to have this beautiful soul here with us today. She's a model, beauty expert. I consider her just a light of positivity on everything that she touches, social media. She's going to tell you all about herself, Miss Alex LaRosa.
Hey! Thank you so much for having me today. This is really cool. And I was just telling y'all before we started recording, this is my first time ever being on a talk show. So
awesome.
All y'all out there listening, thank you for joining me in this special moment. This is cool.
Go. See, we're trying to break the narrative already. There you go, girl.
Yes.
That's it. We need more girls.
So intro everyone who's watching and listening to you, how they can find you, what you're all about.
Okay, so you can find me on the interwebs, on the internet. I am on social media at missalexlarosa.com. People always...
M-I-S.
M-I-S-S, yes.
M-I-S-S.
People always call me Alexa Rose.
Yeah.
But it's not my name.
Right.
Alex LaRosa.
Alex LaRosa.
Miss Alex LaRosa, if you will. So you can find me on the internet there, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Great.
And then my actual blog is alexlarosa.blog. So
.blog. That's easy.
Easy peasy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I am a plus size model, blogger, internet person, and activist of all things.
Yes.
Loving and sweet and yummy.
So what
I didn't know what to say.
FYI, if you're interested in talking to her about all the things sweet and yummy, please call in 818-570-5085. Please call in.
We want to hear from you.
We do. Yes.
Yeah, come in. Call.
So what, I I know you said you have a blog.
Yes.
So kind of what got you started in all of this?
Okay, so I started as a model. I've been modeling since 2009.
Oh, wow.
So how old were you when you started about?
If we don't mind asking.
Hold on, math.
No, I mean, it's
I was
interesting.
18 when I started.
18, 14,
wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. How old were you?
No, I'm 27 now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You're still so young.
I
You
just
must be
kicked
using
someone.
Nerium, girl. You must be using that Nerium.
Nerium got us.
27, yes.
Yeah, so I've been modeling for 9 years. No shame to say I'm 27 whatsoever.
Why should you?
Super young.
I'm just like, learning stuff, getting
Yeah.
older, getting wiser.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. But yeah, I started modeling because I've always been plus size. I was always the fat kid in high school or whatever. I don't know. Some people don't like the word fat. I use it freely.
I do too.
Take it as you will.
We talked about that last week, and
Yeah.
I don't like it
Okay.
because it is connected to so much pain for me. But I'm hoping to get there one day.
Yeah, I think everyone's at a different place with
Yeah.
the word. And I think the biggest thing is not telling someone how a word or a descriptor should feel to them.
Yeah.
So like if you get upset that someone does or doesn't use the word fat, like let them live their life.
Yeah.
Let them experience that word how they experience it,
Yeah.
right?
Totally.
Anyway, so I've been fat my whole life.
Okay.
And where I grew up, there wasn't a lot of shops for girls my size. So I would shop online, and I went to torrid.com. Most people who wear plus size clothing have,
Where
heard
did you
of
grow
Torrid.
up, by the way?
A lot of our first experiences
Yeah,
with
Torrid.
plus
Torrid.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you grow up? Did you grow up?
I grew up in Simi Valley, California. It's
Shut up. That's
my
where I live
gosh.
now.
You're in Simi?
I swear
Yes.
to God.
She's out
I
in the middle of
screamed that.
nowhere.
That's crazy.
Wait, you live in Simi?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, my family's still there.
I love it.
Okay.
You'll have to come hang. All right, good deal.
Like I'm going there tomorrow.
Amazing backyard.
Well, come over.
And a pool.
Just come over.
Yeah,
to the
sounds
pool
like
in the yard.
Simi. Like great backyards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wow, you grew up there, and I mean, well, being in California, you were close to LA, but nothing around. You had to go to Torrid.
Literally, there was
Nothing.
I think American Eagle went up to size 12 at that time, and I was a 14, and so I had to shop at Torrid, but it was a big. It's not, but it was a big drive to drive into LA all the time, so I had to shop online. And so as I was shopping online, I became more interested with the girls wearing the clothes than the actual clothes themselves.
Interesting.
I was like, who are these people that
Yeah.
are my size and looking amazing and fly as hell? And I was just so excited by them.
Right.
And so I did some research. By that, I literally just searched the Torrid website and sent in Facebook photos, my Facebook
my
profile photo.
gosh.
Hey, I want to model for you.
Right.
I love
And
it.
that's not how I suggest models to start out
Right.
now. That's
These
actually
days that wouldn't work.
very
Yeah.
unrealistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sent in my Facebook profile photo.
Wow.
And 2 months later, I got called in for a callback or a go-see in the modeling world. And then 2 months after that, I booked my first shoot.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It was
With
really
them.
cool. With Torrid.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Torrid was my first client, and I worked with them for probably just under a year when they started working with agency represented models only. And I didn't know what that meant. I literally was like, what's an agency?
Yeah.
What's a modeling agency? I didn't know. So I had to do my research and figure it out. And that's where I started. And
So
I was
are you
going
with
ever since.
a modeling agency now?
Okay, so no. I started my career unrepresented. Then I was with an agency for 4 years, IPM. They got me started. For real, shout out to IPM. They were a good starter agency for me. But then there became a point where I didn't really need
Yeah.
the agent to book the work.
Mm-hmm.
So literally business-wise, why give up 20% when I could be
Totally.
working in different capacities, either through social media or modeling, outside of that representation. So I kept my 20% and I left
That's
about a
amazing.
year ago.
Wow.
So I've been
and
on my-
everything's fine.
Yeah, I mean, transition's scary. So
Yeah.
the first 3 months, I was like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm working more than I was before. So
Wow,
I'm
that's
doing really
amazing.
great. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was a
for
good
you.
choice, just also terrifying. But it was good.
Good. So
Yeah.
what were we gonna say?
No, I'm brewing something. But
Oh,
go ahead, ask your
okay.
question. Yeah.
Brewing,
So
we're
what's
brewing.
I just can't wait to talk about this anymore.
Okay, go.
Okay, so what's next? I know last week you were with an amazing group of women for the Gabby Fresh Swimsuits for All collection.
Yeah, so it was actually a celebration of Gabby. She is an OG plus size blogger. She was like, I think the first plus size woman I ever found on the internet, and was like, who's she? Like, other than the models I had just spoken of. Yeah. Like, I didn't know the models' names at the time, but I knew Gabby, and I could follow her story, and I could learn from her and get, like, you know, style suggestions and stuff. So Gabby has been modeling for 10 years. So that trip was called the Decade of Fresh, like Gabby Fresh, Decade of Fresh trip. Right. Just celebrating 10 years of blogging, and she's such a badass. And we got together a bunch of bloggers and a couple models, and we just kind of partied in Miami. It was awesome.
Yeah. Right? If you haven't seen this trip, go check out Alexa's. Oh my gosh! Like Alex. I just called you Alexa.
It's okay.
Do you know we had Alexa here last week?
I love Alexa, and I saw that.
That's kind of why we're like, wait, we have Alexa, then Alex, and I kept saying to her, wait, which one's which? And then I was like, no, wait, okay, Alexa, okay.
Anyway, go check out Alex's pictures on her Instagram. It looks so amazing. I was jealous the whole time.
Okay, so it was my first trip to Miami, right? And if someone has to experience Miami for the first time, I think that was the way to do it.
Yeah. A nice house, amazing pool. You guys were like on a yacht.
Yeah. So we had a big, house on the water. It was sponsored by a couple awesome brands. And so we were able to do some really extravagant things, like have this house. We went out to a couple nice dinners, and then we got a yacht. And also my first time on a yacht. Yeah. So that was really cool.
Living her best life in Miami. I love it.
I didn't know who I was on that trip. Yeah. I just felt extravagant. I just wanted to walk around slowly so everyone could take in the moment. It was wild.
What was that like? Just as far as I love seeing women together in such a positive, empowering situation.
And it was so positive and empowering. Like, we still have a group text and we talk all the time. That space was just healthy. Like, that was like group therapy, to be honest. Yeah. Like, we all were there supporting, like, anything you did. You could just walk out of your bedroom and be like, oh, I love that dress. Oh, you look so good. Oh my gosh, your hair looks amazing. I love that lipstick. Just bombarding. What's the word?
Bombarded.
With love and support from a bunch of women with all different types of bodies, colors, shapes, sizes, styles, and it was just cool to be with that group, especially in summer, in swimsuits, and things that as a kid, as a fat person, you're told, you don't really get to experience that.
And if you do, it's, I'm sitting here as I'm listening to you, I'm going, oh my God, I can remember having some extravagant things in my life, but it was always with a group of girls that didn't look like me. And I was like, how can I cover up and be invisible right now?
Isn't that so interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I felt like an outcast, even if I wasn't, and, wasn't getting any type of attention from anybody, and, mostly guys talking.
We need more events like that that with all bodies represented. That shoot that I did a few months back, it was every body type, some people had different, like my legs, my lymphedema, some people had different conditions, disabilities, and it was like a group of women where everybody loved and embraced their bodies. That's awesome. There was no judgment, and it was probably the only time I can really remember being in a situation like that. And how special is that? I mean, I think everyone, men and women, should get to experience that.
You posted something that 2 days before. You just posted it a couple of days before. A couple of days ago. And 2 days before you posted it, I tagged you in the same exact quote. And the quote was, how many companies would be out of business instantly if everybody woke up and loved themselves, or women woke up and loved themselves.
That's our quote for the week, because I didn't find one.
Well, we always do a quote of the week, a be positive quote of the week. And it was funny because I go through stuff, and sometimes when I see stuff that I want Carmen to see, I'll just tag her in it.
Of course.
And it was crazy that 2 days later you posted it, and I was like, holy crap. We live in a world where it's like, lose this, do this, gain this, have this, plump this, lose that. Yeah. And it's like, whoa.
Go ahead.
I mean, I was going to say, I remember one time I was driving down, I think it was the 110 through downtown, and on one half of the billboard was this giant freeze your fat, get rid of cellulite thing, and the other side was McDonald's. Great. And I was like, that is America. Right. Oh let's just create a problem and then charge people to solve. Totally. It was just, let's make people unhealthy, like mentally, spiritually, and physically. Like it was just so.
Yeah.
I was like,
sums up sums up our society in one billboard.
Mm-hmm. But it's crazy how we are subliminally, I don't even think people realize it, subliminally programmed. Mm-hmm. You know, you'll be watching TV and it'll be like, indulge in this Dove thing, and then Slim Fast, and like, look at this girl, she went from this to this in a week. No, she didn't. Stop. I've been on a diet since I was 8. What you talking about?
Diets don't work. Like, it's scientifically shown that diets, like...
Well, that's why it's a huge industry.
Don't work. Yeah, because you need the person to come back and pay for more things, or the next fad diet.
So find something, I mean, we talk about this, like, it's a lifestyle. It sounds so cliche, but find a lifestyle for you that feels healthy, that feels good, and just stick with it. Like, stop, thinking that every fad diet that comes along is going to change your life. It might change your dress size for a month. And then you're going to be sad and depressed and back in those clothing shops buying some new clothes.
Also, like, okay, can we address a couple things here? Like, let's
do
unpack that, right? So if you are not happy at the size you are before you set out to lose weight for whatever reason you decide to do that, you're not going to be happy after. Like, I grown up around so many different women who, like, literally jump from diet to diet, and maybe what you just said, change one pant size or whatever, be so proud of themselves, and then go up again, and the depression is stronger than it was last time. And it's like, when your happiness and your joy comes from being a size or being a number on a scale, or really like how other people are going to treat you because of that size, you know, that's never gonna work.
I mean, it's just the pressure that we put on ourselves also, and then to maintain, and how the disappointment that comes with, with not being able to. That's why I say your body changes all the time,
and that's normal.
Like, body acceptance, people will say, well, you can't, how can you say body acceptance if you want to change your body? And I will say, because my body's going to change anyway. I can accept my body as it is today and still have maybe goals for it, that would be nice, but I still accept myself. And the reality of it is, whether I had goals or not, my body's not going to be the same as it is today in a month from now or 2 months from now.
And I feel like, there's healthy goals and there's non-healthy goals, and I think, like, for me, I haven't even said this out loud, and I have no problem saying it, but one of my goals is to be able to sit in an airplane and not have my hips be smushed, and I get bruises, right? And, like, when I gain weight and when I lose weight, I gain weight first on my hips, I lose weight first anywhere else, right? So, like, my ass will just continually grow. You're welcome, America.
I know.
You're welcome, world.
How about the point in my life?
It's not the worst problem.
Well,
I'd like that to go away.
But how about the point in my life where I was because I used to be 320 pounds.
Okay.
And was so large that I had to ask for one of the extenders.
Oh, I get extender every time.
And I literally stole it so I could just pack it with me, so I didn't have to go through the embarrassment of having to ask again.
Oh,
well, literally. But that was me a long time ago.
They sell those. I know a lot of girls who have their own.
No. And I want to touch upon something you said. You said if you lose the weight, you're not, and you don't love yourself where you're at.
Yeah.
How about this? I heard if you want to meet better quality men.
Bullshit.
Listen to me. Listen to me. This is the funny. I want to tell you what I was told. You want to meet quality men. You need to lose weight to meet better quality men. And I was like, okay. And I bought into that, and I lost a bunch of weight. And you know what I met? More assholes.
Right.
I met more assholes. Like, I had more assholes throwing
themselves at you.
But they were just more assholes. Like, it wasn't quality men.
Like,
you just were a quantity of more assholes.
You were just opened up to, like, the fat phobic assholes that weren't going to approach you before. Now they're happy.
Right. Or we're okay with you being a bit thick, but not that thick.
Oh, that's, that's irritating.
But it segues nicely into our talk about plus size models, meaning we think that we know that there's like the accepted plus size models, some of them.
Right. I had brought up, before the show, I had brought up that I've been seeing a lot of people posting on Instagram, like, hey, plus size industry, there's more than, 2 plus size models in this world. And I have to, agree to a certain extent. I would love to see, women. I support women, and I support all the plus size models out there getting money and getting their name out there.
Like, we want to see that industry
grow.
We
want to see it grow, but at the same time, I do think that there are a few women who are definitely their faces and bodies are everywhere. And we're seeing new brands come along, you know, like Pretty Little Things. That's new for plus size. And yet we're seeing the same, you know, the same models being used. And I think that that's not the only body type that exists within the plus size industry, plus size community.
Right. Yeah. I mean, okay, so to be fair, in the history of modeling, there's always been supermodels. There have always been the ones that outshine the others, that get them more opportunities or whatever, right? Okay, there's like exceptional models that deserve recognition for all the hard work they've done. Right. I get it. But when it comes to the fact that like most brands are using the same size and shape model, like it's a problem. The reason we have a plus size industry is because the world has finally accepted the fact that like bigger girls want to look cute, right?
And we exist and we need clothing,
right? Yeah. And we weren't happy seeing clothing shot on size 2 models, but now we're kind of seeing the same thing happen in the plus industry, where you're seeing all clothes being shot on a size 14 model or a size 12 model, where, you know, most women still aren't being able to see themselves represented. Right. I've been in the industry long enough to understand why that is. So let's break it down. So literally, brands only can make so many samples. Brands are going to sample their clothes, and they're going to get a fit model that they put the clothes on, and they're like, okay, like the bust needs to be expanded here, or like let's put a dart in here, or whatever it is. When brands only make samples in one size, they're only going to book models that are one size to fit those clothes, because they're not going to make more clothes and spend more money to
accommodate the 18-20 girls.
Right, exactly. But here's the deal, like, we're the customers. We get to tell the brands what we want with our financial power. And so if we are telling brands who are making multiple fit sizes to, you know, that are using models of multiple sizes, and we're putting our money there, we're telling brands that this is what we want. So when we continue to shop from Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, or the ones that only make one size sample, we're telling them that's acceptable to us.
Right. I mean, I think the one thing that has, again, it's kind of a double-edged sword that's come out of, you know, social media and Instagram specifically, is that you have companies who are sending clothes to women of all shapes and sizes because they know that's what people want to see. But on the flip side, you're not paying them.
Right. And it's also not equal representation. Like, if you're gonna have a girl who says like you're 3X, and you're gonna put them on one social media post, that's not the same as having her in every single garment, so that 3X shopper can see what that garment looks like on every single, you know, or you know what I'm saying. I hope I said that right.
No, we get it.
Cool. But yeah, so I don't know, what I always tell people is that we need to spend our money where, you know, like on the brands that are hearing us. You look at brands like Eloquy, they use mostly size 14, but they just started using Maxi Green. I don't know if you know her. She's a plus size model. She's an 18. You know, so if they're using her, the samples are out there. Right. If you look at more indie brands like Prem, I'm their model, but they also shoot with models who are sizes like 22, I think 24, and then there's there's brands that are doing it. They're just far and
few and far between. Totally.
Few and far between. So if we can put our money there and we can call out the brands, that's how we change the industry. We've done it before. We've already made a $20 billion industry, you know, exist in the last 10 years. Like, that wasn't there. So now this thing exists.
No, we can make that happen. I'm extremely thankful for the options that we have now, because again, when I first started shopping at Torrid, Torrid has changed so much. Remember, they used to be a pretty almost like gothic type brand,
like Hot Topic and Torrid,
Hot Topic, exactly. So I'm extremely thankful for, you know, where we've come, and the fact that we can buy string bikinis if we want to,
different styles for different girls. Like,
y'all are lucky, because I'm old, and old people who were plus size their whole life had to shop at Avenue. And
sorry, Avenue, but that's
and
not for
Ashley
young people.
Stewart.
Oh, I love Ashley Stewart.
Ashley Stewart was cuter than Avenue, but Avenue made like grandma.
Ashley Stewart had the
they've been around.
Grandma.
Okay.
And
honey,
so expensive.
You ain't getting cute stuff. You're not getting any of this. And Lane Bryant, no offense, I appreciate.
Well, now you might.
Now you can. Absolutely.
But I'm literally saying 20 years ago when I was 25 and wanted to wear that or wear that, I wasn't finding it anywhere.
Right.
And I wasn't dressing that way. I mean, she's been my friend for 20 years. She has seen my style. Oh, by the way, my best friend is here from Philly. And so we're acknowledging somebody off camera here. But she can attest to the fact that I think that she has seen and is also proud of the fact that she has watched me blossom and kind of turn into this butterfly who's like accepting herself and loving herself and dressing and putting on stuff she's probably never really seen me in. Do you know what I mean? And used to see me in the all black and, you know, covering up and just, you know, and not really being cute.
And it's probably amazing to see friends transition into like the actual styles that they, or like stylish people they want to be. You know, it's cool to have these options now.
It is.
But like, we can acknowledge the growth and be appreciative of where we're at and still demand more. I'm here for that.
I'm all about the demanding more, please. You know, let's get it. Yeah.
I want to go back a little bit because
let's do it.
First of all, can we have somebody call in? Guys, remember 818-570-5085. Tell us your favorite clothing brand for plus size.
Yes, if you have something we don't know about.
Or not plus size. We welcome all callers.
Yes. Because this show is for everybody, boo.
And call if you have any questions.
But I'd like to point out that it's Miss Alex LaRosa, which means that, like, we have a beautiful girl here, and no men are calling in to be like, hey, Alex, what's up? What you doing?
I mean, I'm super taken. So.
You know what? No, that's what I want to talk about. I want to get back to what the other thought in my mind is.
Okay.
But first of all, you guys are adorable.
Thanks.
You know what? I did know that. Now I'm just an asshole.
I love
because I totally saw pictures, and he's so stunning, and you guys are adorable.
Oh, he's so hot. It's so weird.
No, it's not. That's what I want to talk about.
He's so hot.
That's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Is this idea, because I love it. Like, I'm so here for it. And I don't post that much of my boyfriend because he's super camera shy. But I'm like, babe, I need people to understand, women to understand, that no matter what your body looks like, you think you don't fit into whatever society wants you to fit into. Like, you are worthy. You are capable of having a very great relationship. And it could be with an extremely hot guy. Like, don't sell yourself short.
No, yeah. Like, just because of your size, that is literally nothing to do with the type of man, the quality of man that you can get.
But obviously that's not something we saw growing up.
Of course not, right?
So I want, you know what I mean? I think it's important for you, like, you show your, is it husband, fiance?
Boyfriend.
It's fiance soon to be.
Get on that, boo. Get on that, boy.
He is getting pressure from every single direction. So when he hears this, he's gonna laugh. Like,
he's gonna laugh.
He is.
But we'll shout him out. We'll tag him. We'll put it in though, because we do a recap on Wednesdays.
Put, like, all ring emojis.
We'll just put his name and be like, so anyway,
diamonds.
And then what's his name?
His name is Paul.
Oh, Paul.
So I think it's, you know what I mean? Like, talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting because my personal story is tied to my size, but also my race because of where I grew up. I grew up as like the fat black chick, and both of those were bad things. Where didn't see me at the time. I don't know about now, but
it still seems pretty white.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of white up there.
Yeah, I like had friends who were in white power groups and stuff.
Oh, great.
So yeah,
good times. Yeah,
friends obviously that all of a sudden became.
Are you Hispanic as well?
I'm not. So LaRosa is actually Italian. People think I'm half white, half black.
Oh,
it's the Italian side.
Italian. Okay.
People think that
we're kin. Okay, I like it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm 100% Italian.
Hey girl.
There you go. LaRosa.
What's that?
LaRosa. Well, that's funny. Okay, LaRosa, because I looked at you and I was like, oh, maybe she's Panamanian, or I didn't know what you're.
No, it's funny. I actually get invited to, like, you know, Latina magazine.
Yeah.
They like have reached out to like do specials, and I'm like, no, or like, you know, like Latina month or stuff. Like, it's just
at
not.
least you're staying true and not being like, yes, I'll do it.
Sure.
But see, you know what my husband would say, because he was born in Italy. He'll tell you you are Latina because Italian is a Latin language and you're Latina.
Yeah.
And he told me that the other day. I'm like, everybody thinks I'm Latina, and he's like, you are Latina
in a way.
In a way.
Okay. Back to your KKK friends.
Yeah, back to your KKK friends and see me. Got it.
Hashtag KKK friends.
Yeah, right.
Not real. Okay, so literally growing up, I never thought I was attractive because of my size and because of my race.
Right.
When I left Simi Valley and moved to LA, all of a sudden people had interest in me, and I had this depleted self-worth. Words are hard, y'all.
Yeah. I know, they are.
I'm just mumbling all
You're
up
trying
in
to
this
talk.
microphone.
Yeah.
Gotta think, gotta talk at the same time.
It's tough.
You're demanding so much here.
I know.
Right.
Sorry. Okay. So when I left Simi Valley and moved to LA, all of a sudden I had different kinds of attention I'd never experienced before. And my self-esteem was just like, okay, number one, don't look at me, right?
Right.
Not because, like, I was irritated, but because I like felt not worthy of being looked at. Oh wait, like we'll talk about this later. I want to talk to the caller.
Keep that thought.
Yeah.
Keep that thought. Hello. Thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Amber.
Hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber.
Hi. I just wanted to call in and say that I totally support you guys. I think we're all following each other now. This is Amber Sawyer.
Oh, Amber Sawyer.
Oh, hi, Amber.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
Hey.
We're going to make you sing, Amber. Keep it up.
Hey.
Oh, no. I didn't call in for that. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's so awesome that you guys are doing this sort of talk radio thing and really, like, representing our community in such a positive light.
Thanks, girl.
You know,
That's
it's
cool.
like you said before, there's not nearly enough actual representation of what real women look like. And no one's talking about it. You know, it's sort of like we have, like you said before, we have sort of these role models that are these names that keep showing up that are in the plus size industry, and those are our only faces right now. So the fact that you guys represent real women,
I gotta stop you because all women are real women, and all sizes are good. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be a like a size thing.
It's about equal representation.
Yeah. Equal representation.
We just want to be equal. Like I love, I don't know where I saw it, but I love the plus is equal. Because you know what I mean. I just like the play on words there, but I think she's in the whole Real Women Have Curves, that movie thing, and like whatever, and it was like a little empowering moment. But I totally get what you're saying. But just to rep, a whole, some other examples of women.
Yeah, it's really refreshing.
Thank you. I mean,
there are women of all different sizes out there. I mean, and everyone should feel beautiful in their own skin, whether you're small, large, tall, short, whatever. There's something beautiful about everyone. But it's just refreshing to be able to, open your Facebook screens and see a live, or go on Instagram and see a live, or go to LA Talk Radio and see someone talking who looks like you.
Right. Yeah. Right.
It's nice. It's nice. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being who you are. And
thank you, Amber. We look forward to having you as a guest. We're going to have her on soon. So.
Oh, I love that.
So, and we will make you sing when you're a guest. So be ready. Okay, Amber.
I'm going to tune in. I need to hear that.
You better tune in. Amber, thank you so much for calling in, girl. We love you. Thank you.
No worries. Love you guys too. Bye.
Bye.
So sweet.
Oh, very sweet. And I mean, I get what she was saying. Like,
I know
she wasn't
I'm just
like,
very. I'm like, I get the hairs on the back of my neck stand up when I hear real women.
Yeah,
I'm very sensitive to that.
It's super
because I don't want it to feel. You know what I mean? Like, we felt so. The plus size, curvy women, whatever you want to say, felt excluded for so long, and I don't ever want any woman like this idea. Like the real women have curves. That makes me angry.
Yeah,
but
right. Yeah.
But
no, because all women.
We'll save that for a different show.
Well, we want to make sure we stay inclusive, and that's the whole thing. Is women, and the show in general isn't just for women. It's not for plus size women. We've had, all types of different people on here. We're going to have even more health and fitness people and all that. Yeah. Our thing is it's inclusive, but we are, the thing that I'm getting in DMs and stuff is like, it's so, like what she said, it is refreshing to see somebody like me doing this and making this, a subject.
Do you know if there's been a show like this on talk radio before?
I mean, we did some research and there's a few like podcasts, but as far as I know, we're the first video stream, live stream.
Like a drum roll, like that's so exciting, like changing the game, y'all. It's good.
Yeah. But important. And we have more things we want to do. We're taking it slow and we're doing our thing, but
we want to get back to the boo thing.
Yeah, the boo.
Okay. So like basically, I had this horrible self-esteem, and no man was gonna fix that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, in a way, I was grateful that like. No one I took that seriously came in when I was in that headspace. Yeah. Because
I love what you just said though. Self-esteem, no partner will fix that.
No. Yeah. Like literally anyone who wraps up their self-esteem in someone else, you're asking for trouble. Mm-hmm. And it's tempting, I get it, because people make you feel good, especially your like significant other. Mm-hmm. That's like literally part of the job is like making you feel good in different ways. And so like I get it. Yeah. But that's so dangerous when you put your self-esteem in someone else. It's like if you're putting it in him or her or whoever, it's almost as if you're putting it in the popular kids at school. Like you're relying on another person to tell you that you're good enough. And the longer that you do that, that's like, or when you're doing that, that's when like the not great quality men come rolling in. You know, when you are a confident ass woman, I want to say confident ass woman.
You can.
Okay.
And say it confidently.
A confident ass woman.
Yes.
Right.
People read that, you know, you teach people how to treat you.
You are the energy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so when you hold yourself with a certain amount of respect and a certain amount of love, you're asking other people to come do that too.
Yes.
And that's how you attract the good ones, you know?
Yeah.
There you go.
My dude's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so good, but I also know I wouldn't have, this is so like not eloquent, I wouldn't have been able to bag him, you know, like back then, because I wasn't in a headspace to even be what he needs.
Yeah.
What shifted? At what point did you go, all right, I gotta love me? Like, was it when you got the modeling thing? Did you go, wow, like, or was it before that? Like, when did that shift?
Okay, so I think it's never, like, I don't think it's a switch that just like turns on.
Right.
I think it's something that you're practicing on the regular.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest thing that, you know, helped me get there was community. And that's actually like the internet, like this, right? I didn't necessarily have the community in person, maybe until college. But online, I had all these friends who were women who looked like me or didn't look like me, but have different, you know, things that didn't meet beauty standards, and they were cool with themselves.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing people like Gabby or seeing people like Jess Baker. Do you know her? The Militant Baker? Oh,
I'll find her.
literally write down that name, look her up.
I'm gonna
read
go
her
follow
books.
her right now. We do this
She's
all
fly
week.
as fuck.
Militant Baker.
The Militant Baker.
Okay.
Her name's Jess. Jes. And I don't know who else. Like a bunch of people, a bunch of models, a bunch of bloggers, a bunch of just industry people. When you get to follow them online and see them living confident lives, or seeing them battle with their self-confidence,
just being open and honest about their struggles.
And like the daily of like how they, you're like, you know, I kind of feel like shit today, but like, this is how I'm getting through it. You're gonna be able to try that the next time.
Yeah, I feel like that is. I just talked to actually someone else that we're going to have on the show about this a couple weeks ago. Is the question was like, do you feel good about everything you post, or do you think you look good in everything you post? And I said no, and they were like, well, isn't that the purpose of body positivity? I said no, the purpose is to be vulnerable and share when I don't feel good, or when I don't see my body in the light that I would like to, because it's relatable.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember, I'm so late to the internet, by the way, but like some of my favorite posts that stand out are from women who, like, I remember one day Tess Holiday posted a picture, she was crying, and she's like, I don't love myself today, or I don't feel confident today. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I wish I would have found that earlier. I literally didn't get a Facebook till I was in college.
That's okay.
And that was like my first experience. And then I didn't even get an IG until probably like 3 years ago.
You guys are so cute and adorable, because I graduated college and they just debuted the internet. So bite me, both of you. Aren't they adorable? Aren't they so cute and young and sweet? I love it. You
but
guys
I like that
so
community
cute.
now exists.
Yeah.
You know,
it does, and you get to feed off each other. And honestly, like for me, a tool that I have, if I'm taking a picture and it takes me like, you know, when you take selfies and you're like, I've taken 50 pictures and I don't like any of them. When I get to that point where I'm like, I can catch myself, like, did I really take this many photos to try to find like some kind of perfect thing? I'll post one that like is good enough, you know? And I'll choose that because, not like even the best one in the group, I'll choose one that's good enough, because for me, putting that out on the internet, it like gets rid of some kind of weird tension in my mind. I'm just like, this is actually me. This is how I actually look. Someone's going to see that photo that I was deeming bad and be inspired by that shit. So I'm going to post that, and then it's easier to like get over it the next time.
Yeah.
And don't you find sometimes that like the next day you'll look at that picture and be like, oh wow.
Yeah, like that's fine. Like that's a great picture. What's wrong with me?
Our brains, our minds just really do some fucked up things to us.
Yeah.
Really, it's like, but I think we've, you know, most people who are on Instagram have heard this, that like Instagram is someone's highlight reel, and you can't compare it to someone's highlight reel. So like I really do my best to not make it a highlight reel.
Yeah,
but
I
like
that.
Also like you take pictures when you're feeling good.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And I'm thankful for like the stories too, because that's like a very real, I mean, you can, you know, fix those up or you post what you want, but you know what I mean? Like I love seeing people with no makeup, but sweaty at the gym, or you know what I mean? Like laying in bed eating Cheetos or something. Like
I do. I like stories more.
I can relate to that. Yeah,
I like stories more. I
mean, feeds are so fabricated, but they're like pretty for the artist in you. Like the creative part of me is like, oh, that's a gorgeous shot. So I like stories.
I think that this is maybe like the best segue I can get into what's going on, because speaking of highlight reels, yesterday Demi Lovato posted a picture. She dyed her hair, like, you know, I feel like a fresh, that's what I was like, oh, like fresh start. She looks so good, different. And then today we hear that she's been hospitalized for an apparent heroin overdose.
That's so crazy. Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah, if you know any history about Demi Lovato, she's battled addiction for some years.
And depression.
Since her teens. I mean, since she was discovered.
Yeah.
And I don't, if you watched, she has an amazing special on her YouTube where she talks very openly about her depression, her addiction, her eating disorders. And my heart just really broke for her today because, I mean, I think, you know, we can talk about it here on this platform, you know, as far as dealing with pressures from society to look a certain way. Nothing I'm sure that I've dealt with compares to what she feels on that level.
Right.
But, you know, just not feeling good enough, or like you are enough, that you have to find other mechanisms to cope. So, I mean, I just really...
I had one personal interaction with her, and it was crazy because I was at Wilmer's house, who was her boyfriend at the time, and there were tons of people there. It was like barbecue, 4th of July party, something, and I was there with friends, and I was talking, and she actually walked up to me and was like, "You're hysterical. What is your name?" Aww. And she's like, "I'm Demetria," and I
didn't know that was her name.
Yeah, like it's not Demi, it's like some. And she said Demetria, and I went, and I looked at her and I went, "Oh my God, it's Demi Lovato." In my head,
know who you are.
But she like approached me and was just like lovely. And then, you know, I know some people, and it's just, you know, it's that whole thing of always be kind, because you never know what somebody's going through. And
right.
Everybody people, especially in the limelight, looks like they have everything. You know what? It's not always true.
Right.
You know, and perspective is everything. So just sending love to her.
So much love to her, everybody. Like, it's, addiction's real.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and mental illness and depression and all of that. And
I was just gonna say, as much as she's talked about, you know, body positivity and like body acceptance, she speaks openly about her mental, like not just her physical health, or you know, her mental health around stuff. And to see someone who looked like they were doing so well for a while,
I feel like she fought so hard to just
she's got it. Like she has the community and the support. Like we all are sending love, and she has the people around her. Like we both know really good friends of hers, and like I just know that she is surrounded. So I hope that the troops rally.
Yeah, just a reminder, like, again, put the positivity out there, you know, support one another, like, remember that we are enough, like, our bodies are good how they are. I mean, we really have to practice and preach that.
But I feel like, you guys, and this is really the big message, and I think this is why we even do this, is you have to start with self. You have to love you. She can have all the supporters in the world. It won't help her if she's, you know, if she doesn't believe and love. And, you know, that's the thing, is so, like, if you're out there and you're struggling with this stuff, you guys, like, we're here for you. Hopefully you tune into this and you get inspired. We all have our days when we don't look or feel, even in my career, I'm not doing enough. I beat myself up, right? Career, my love life, my goals, all of this. It doesn't even have to just be with my body. And we struggle with it, but just remember, like, you love yourself, you're doing your best. Take a centimeter forward each day. That's all you can do, as long as you're moving forward. And sometimes you might have to take 2 steps back. It's okay. But we're here, and that's what's wonderful about just having community, and even having the internet, and being able to go on and be like, this person inspires me, and having that inspiration. That's why I love having you in my life, because it's like, you know, those days that I'm like, girl, should I post this picture? Blah, blah. And she's like, you look beautiful, put it up. And I'm like, oh, that was easy. It's what she'll say. Cool. And I'm struggling with like the bulge here, and she's like, girl, put that up. Love that bulge. Hug on that bulge, girl. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, like, you know, all right, there I am. It's that,
like,
you know,
everything you're saying, I feel like comes back to, like, you know, you have the community, like utilize that.
Right. Totally.
You know, like if you are feeling down in any kind of way, reach out to your friend and be like, you know what, I feel weird about this, so that your friend can be like, why? You're amazing, and talk that life back into you. You gotta like,
we've had
ask
to do
for
that.
help, and that's hard
or
sometimes.
message us. Like, I'm not gonna put you on blast because I don't want everyone in your DM, but I remember
that's fine.
I messaged her about something several months ago, and we weren't friends or anything, and you messaged me back, and I was like, that means so much to me that you actually took the time to read those 99 plus DMs on this, and you know what I mean? And you messaged me. So you know what I mean? You just never know the impact that you're making on someone's life, so try to make it positive, and they will thank you for it.
I actually want to bring something up that happened this week on our 2 Plus Size Divas Instagram. And I don't know if you caught it, but Carmen and I were doing a photo shoot at a beach. We were actually doing we did some nudies, we did some pictures together, we did some things I would never do, but she was like, "You gonna do this?" And I was like, "Here I am." Okay.
There was sand everywhere.
There was sand everywhere, girl.
Bits and bottles.
But anyway, we were walking by, and Carmen was in a really dope bathing suit, and these 2 or 3 kind of plus size women looked at Carmen, and we were walking, we were taking our pictures, they saw what was going on, and I remember one of them looked at Carmen and was like, "Girl, you are my inspiration today, you look amazing, la la la." And we stopped and we took a photo with our photographer, and we posted it.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
That wasn't the swimsuit. It's because before that swimsuit, I was walking around in like pretty much a thong bikini.
That's the picture.
Yes.
But what I wanted to bring up
on
was
the busiest beach day in the world.
Amazing.
I want to get into this with you too, because it really bothered me. Somebody said, and of course you're going to have your people, but somebody said, why is body acceptance about fat people who can change that whenever they want, when it should be about people like burn victims, birth defects, amputees? This is terrible. And I actually responded and said, body acceptance.
I always laugh at people like that.
Right. I saw it. I didn't respond.
Right. But I did, because I said body acceptance is inclusive. It's for everyone. Love where you are. Your body is perfect. You're a masterpiece. Perhaps fat people need to be the warriors who stand up for everyone. And I said that. And I was like, maybe we need to stand up for the amputees and for the people who are burn victims. And we are beautiful too.
Do. Everybody does. Yeah.
When you did that red photo shoot, I remember the woman who organized it. I don't know the name. Forgive me. I do not know the name.
Ehlers-Danlos, I believe.
Oh, I know what you're talking
about.
Right.
Yeah.
Sarah
So
Gertz.
she has skin that it looks like it ages quicker or something, where like she must have been like in her 30s and
she's
wrinkles.
27.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
And it wrinkles like, I mean, if you looked at her body and covered her face, you'd be like, oh, that maybe she's 60. I don't know, right? But maybe we need to be the warriors that stand up and say, hey, guess what?
We
here.
all do, yeah.
And we're saying that. So I needed to, you know, I usually don't respond. Like if they're like, oh, you're fat or you're ugly, I'm gonna leave you alone. But when you say something like that, I was like, no. You know what? I don't think you understand what we're doing here. You know?
It was important, I feel like, to educate her in that moment. And it kind of sucks when...
I don't know if it's a her or a he, to be honest, because it's one of those...
I don't know why.
It's always... No, you know what? It's always the people with like that are private and have and have like an animated picture.
Yeah,
it's
like,
trolls. All right, troll.
Yeah.
But still gonna talk to them.
No, I think it was really amazing what you said. Like, you said it in a way that was educated.
Yeah.
It was literally like, it was kinder than I would have been.
I know. I was
Get this
say
though.
that.
I look at anybody who has that type of an account, and this is for everybody out there in case you don't know how to deal with this type of stuff. I look at everybody psychologically. You're not putting up a picture of yourself. Your profile is blocked. I can't see anything on your profile. You hate you. So you know what? I'm gonna fire back with love. You're a masterpiece. You're perfect. Love yourself where you are. You know, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they're a plus size person.
Adopting this practice into my life.
Maybe they're a plus size person who completely hates themselves and they want to attack other plus size people.
Yeah.
Before we have 2 minutes left, I want to challenge
quick.
you to our masterpiece challenge. So Deanna came up with this challenge. We want everyone to, you know, put yourself in some type of vulnerable light. You know, maybe I'm sure
Take a photo.
Take a photo. I mean, you love your body, but everyone has those vulnerable areas or moments. And write masterpiece, or, you know, put masterpiece over. And just, you know, share with the world like why you know your body's a masterpiece.
And then tag 2 people and challenge them to claim that they're a masterpiece as well.
I can do this.
I would love this.
I'm here for it. I already know what I'm going to do.
I love it. I love it. You guys, I want to thank Chris Larrigan again from our Narium rep. And I told you I was going to give her you guys her exact website. So it's Chris, CRIS Laragan, LARAGAN.Nerium.com. That is her website. Go check out the product. We love our sponsors. So please go support them, because without them, we can't be here. We wouldn't be here without our sponsors. Go support them. And we say this at the end of everything, you have to come back. We love you. You're family now.
And really quickly tell everyone what you have coming up, or how you how you want to leave us.
Yeah. Okay. So I started a hashtag called Visibly Plus Size. If you haven't heard about it, know about it. Basically, it's asking brands to hire models that are not just technically plus size in size, but visibly plus size, where you can see rolls, you can see cellulite, you can see that is a person of size. Right.
I'm gonna start using it.
Yes, and don't edit out the rolls. Like, why did they all do that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't edit them.
Go check it out.
Find us. Where to find you?
Okay, so you can find me at Miss Alex LaRosa, MissAlexLarosa.
Next week, I have a special guest host, Confidently Jules. Jules is coming to be my co-host, because this baby doll is going on vacation. So, and we have a wonderful guest. You guys tune in next week. Alex, we love you. Thank you for coming.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for having
everybody.
me.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.